Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. Trying to get organized here, and man, I don't know what it is. The last probably 6 months or so, my life has been a clusterfuck. I mean, I can't even look. I mean, this is my bench. It's got just shit piled everywhere. I mean, I don't, I don't know. So I'm gonna try to make some improvements to the mess. I see I can't even focus on where I want to focus. It's such a freaking mess. I've got boxes like this with just, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shotgun shells in here, and about a dozen empty 38 casings. I mean, really? Anyway, but that's not what this video is going to be about. This video is going to be kind of a dual purpose video. One is going to be a shout out to ZivaForFreedom. Ziva and I go way back, like a year and a half back, a long time back. She left a comment on the last video that I posted on Krista Blade, which was Julia shooting an AR-15 in a bikini. And she made the comment that, that things like this make serious shooters look bad. And I couldn't agree less. Honestly, but I want to get this out first. I love Ziva. Ziva is good people. Her husband's awesome. They're just good people. She's got a great YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link down below. Do not anybody misconstrue what this video is about as any kind of attack on her, because it's not. She has her opinion, and I respect that. I just disagree, and I want to make my point, because I have in the last year and a half heard that a lot from a lot of people. In fact, as most of you know, I produced the Krista Blade channel through the whole time that Little Miss Krista was making videos. And I had a big influence over how those videos were portrayed. And more than a few times, I had comments on those videos that were basically, you give female shooters a bad name, you give serious shooters a bad name, for various reasons. Now, I will tell you this. When I say I produced Krista's channel, I mean, I produced it. I mean, I filmed just about almost every video she ever made. But the one thing, I may have told her sometimes things to say, but the one thing that I did never do was tell her what to wear. And there were times when she would show up to go to the farm to go shooting, dressed in, something that I was just shaking my head about. But it was still, in my opinion, it was her right to wear whatever she wanted to. In most of Krista's videos, she wore the same kind of clothes. She didn't dress specially to make videos. She didn't dress provocatively to make videos, to get views, to get subscribers, or any of that other nonsense. She dressed the way how her and her friends dressed. If you go to any mall in North America, you watch Krista Blade videos, you watch her shooting videos, and you will see women wearing that kind of stuff. But for some strange reason, the females in the gun community are held to a wholly different standard, and it's not by everybody. It's just a small group of people who believe that when you go to the range, you should be dressed in, well, there are some who believe that you should be dressed in camo from head to toe. Those are nuts. Those dudes are nuts. Okay? The tactical crazies. And there's plenty of them. You know who I'm talking about. There are people who believe that a female should wear jeans from head to toe. But the same people that will chastise a female for shooting in shorts will also not say a damn thing to the dude that's wearing shorts. And see, that's the thing. The double standard is what bothers me a lot. Because the truth of the matter is that, and I keep referring back to Krista's video as opposed to Julia's bikini video, but I mean, if you think about how much grief Krista got, she got a lot of grief from a lot of people. And most of it was because, not all of it, but most of it was because these were people who were butthurt. Now, this is not a reference to anything, it's not a reference to Ziva at all. But a lot of them were butthurt because they didn't have views, couldn't get views, couldn't get subscribers, and they looked at Krista. In fact, I can remember one guy in particular said, I served my country in Iraq, and I can't get anybody to watch my videos. I'm an expert rifleman, and this little Tarla gets hundreds of thousands of views on her videos because she's got a nice butt, and he called bullshit on it. How do you seriously? Oh, and you know, if Krista wore yoga shorts or yoga pants, oh, she was giving female shooters a bad name. Really? You know, here's the thing that kills me about that. All right, you look at every sport. This seems to be unique to the gun community on YouTube, the gun community on the internet, and maybe it's because there's not a lot of anonymity. I don't know. But you take Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick, if you do not know who Danica Patrick is, well, first of all, crawl out from under the rock you're living under, okay, and Google her. She is the winningest female race car driver in the history of race cars. Okay, she is the only female to ever win an Indy race. She won in Japan. She took a top 5. I think she came in 4th place at the Indianapolis 500. She's the first female to ever lead the Indianapolis 500. Okay, for all accounts, she is a phenomenal success story for females. Okay, she's also known for doing a lot of risque photos. She models. If you look at, I think was it F&H or F&M, whatever men's magazine that is. It's not quite Playboy. It's one you can buy overseas. It's like kind of like a Maxim. She did a photo shoot where she was spread eagle on the hood of a race car in a bikini. You know, I mean, did anybody say she makes other female drivers look bad? Did they? If they were, there was very few. I never heard it. You know, seriously, I never heard it. And then and go back to the shooting sports. So keep it a shooting sport. Look at Tori Tanaka. Tori Tanaka is a champion more times than I can count, from juniors all the way up to she's last year's national champion in USPSA shooting. She's also a member of Team Glock. Now, there are plenty of people on YouTube who think Team Glock's a bunch of whores. Okay, which is absolutely ridiculous. There are a bunch of people on YouTube that believe that the girls on Team Glock, because of their little scantily shorts that they wear and whatnot, are giving female shooters a bad name. My attitude is, really? If you're winning championships and you're wearing yoga shorts doing it, does that really give female shooters a bad name? I mean, truthfully, and I think most of the guys that say that shit couldn't win a championship to say they couldn't even qualify to get to the championship. But yet they look at somebody like Tori Tanaka, who has won a championship, won many championships, and oh, she's bad for the female shooter. She makes female shooters look bad. Really? I don't think so. I think she looks damn good. I love it when she does her photo shoots. She looks smoking in a bikini. And you know what? If she's holding a Glock in a bikini, doing a photo shoot, good. She did a photo shoot right after she won the national championship, where she dressed up as like the Tomb Raider character. It was fucking awesome. You know, but there were douchebags that were like, oh, she's making female shooters look bad. Bullshit. Really? Bullshit. Okay, here's another thing. Okay, well, let me use another one. Kirsten Joy Weiss. Kirsten Joy Weiss is an amazing shooter. She's the only female that I know that came on YouTube and literally, now she hasn't been able to surpass Krista in views, but she blew by Krista in subscribers. And I will tell you, you look at her videos, she's got one where she's in yoga clothes, doing yoga, shooting in yoga outfit, doing yoga while she's shooting, something to that effect. She's got one where she's in yoga pants on the back of a crotch rocket, you know, and she's got one, her Mother's Day one, which I actually sent her a message and congratulated her for doing that. She's got one, her Mother's Day video, where she's doing in the prone position with some shorts on, and let me tell you something, she's shaking that booty. You know, she's a champion. She is a champion. She's on the short list for the Olympics. Does she make female shooters look bad? I don't think so. Here's what I think. I think girls like Julia in her bikini, girls like Krista in her yoga shorts, girls like Kirsten in her yoga pants, girls like Tori in her everything from bikinis to yoga shorts to whatever she wears, lots of sexy stuff, are actually empowering women. And here's why. Here's my argument about that. In a lot of this world, in a big part of this world, women get stoned for showing their face in public. Women get stoned for being in public without having a male companion, okay? Women can't travel without permission from the males in their family. Women have literally been murdered, honor killed, all kinds of nonsense, okay? They have no freedom, all right? Tori Tanaka, Kirsten Joy Weiss, Krista Blade, these women have freedom. These women show freedom. They show the world. We're not scared of our bodies. Why should we be? Seriously, why should we be? You know, and I think that anybody who looks at one of the females in the shooting community and says to them, you know, you have to adhere to this standard. Okay, what? Seriously, is this Tehran? Is this Tehran? You're the moral police? You can't go to a shooting range unless you're covered from head to toe. And I'm going to tell you how big of a joke that is. There was one of Krista's earlier videos where she wore a flannel shirt all the way down. The sleeve went all the way down to her wrist. She wore jeans. The only skin that was showing in that video was her hands and her face, and she still took shit. She still took shit. I mean, you know, I mean, it's sad, but we have this group of people out there, and once again, this has nothing to do with Ziva. Okay, I think Ziva gets caught up, and a lot of people get caught up in that fervor, in that, you know, blah blah women. You know, I think so. I really do. I think you all get caught up in that. Or maybe not. Maybe listen, I don't pretend to know Ziva. I mean, I've talked to her a couple of times. I like her. I've known her a long time, but I don't pretend to really know her. So maybe she's a Puritan. Maybe she is one of those people that believe that women shouldn't show, you know, their dresses should go below to their ankles. You know, I don't know. Maybe she's, you know, some kind of a, you know, I don't know, some kind of a Amish. I don't know. I really don't know. But I believe that the America that I love is all about liberty. It's all about liberty. It's all about personal freedom. And if you are a female and you want to, hell, if you want to strip down naked and shoot guns, I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because it's your right to do so. It's all about liberty. Liberty. Nobody is going to look at Julia in her bikini and think to themselves, well, that just set women shooters back a decade. Really? And if somebody does look at her and thinks that way, they got issues. Literally. They got issues. If somebody looks at Julia in the prone position in her bikini, shooting at AR-15, and thinks that she's setting back women, honestly, so if you think that, you need to reevaluate the way you think. Because if anything, by trying to set some kind of a personal moral code and projecting that on other females, if anything, you're setting women back. That's exactly what's happening. You're making women look bad. Because in your world, if a woman's not in a freaking burqa, she should be stoned. You know? See, it's a slippery slope, and that's what I'm trying to say. And once again, this is not about Ziva. Okay? But that's kind of the way I feel about it. It really is. And it's the kind of the way I feel about it. Listen, when I posted that video of Julia in the bikini shooting that gun, I knew there would be some blowback. I knew that there would be people, and the reason I knew that was because every time I ever posted a video of Krista in a pair of shorts or anything like that, you know, now Krista never did any bikini videos. So listen, Bob, seriously, I never told Krista what to wear. She wore what she wanted to wear. And yes, sometimes I shook my head, but it was her right to do it. She was an adult. That's the other thing people need to realize. When Krista and I started making videos, she was an adult. Okay, she was 19 when we started making videos. You know, and I'm sorry, but I mean, I wasn't going to try to tell her what she could or could not wear. Now, I'm not, you know, I mean, not to go down that road, but the point of it is that women should do and wear whatever it is that they feel comfortable with. I didn't force Julie into the bikini. I didn't force her out of the bikini, but the truth of the matter is that personal freedom, personal liberty. Look at the Gadsden flag and think to yourself what that means. When you read the words, "Don't tread on me," what does that mean? Ask yourself, what does that mean to you? Okay? Because honestly, the Gadsden flag to me is all about freedom. You do your thing, I'll do mine. Don't fuck with what I'm doing. Don't tread on me. Okay? And I won't tread on you. It's about liberty. It's about liberty. Yeah, call me a patriot. Every video I post of some chick in a bikini shooting a gun is just me furthering the cause of freedom, of liberty. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section if you agree with me. And if you don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine. Listen, it's, you know, I respect your right to disagree with me on this. If you think that, by the way, also let me know, where does it stop? Where does it stop? So today, women aren't allowed to wear shorts or bikinis or anything like that shooting guns. Where does it stop? When a woman goes to a grocery store, what's the proper attire? You know, what's the proper attire? What, by the way, just so you understand this, what's morally acceptable to you may not be morally acceptable to everybody else. So, for example, if you say to me, well, a skirt's fine as long as it's to the knee, that's acceptable for a woman to be wearing in public. When you say that, what do you say to the person that says any skirt that's above the ankle is whoring? Because there are people who believe that way. So do you see what I'm trying to say? So when you come at somebody with your moral attitudes or your dress code, your moral dress codes or any of that stuff, you know, you need to realize that there are plenty of people who do not agree with you in both directions. People who believe that anybody should listen. There are people in this. I live literally an hour south of Dearborn, Michigan, where Sharia law is alive and well. Okay, the largest population Muslims in the country is in Dearborn, Michigan. And believe you me when I tell you that Sharia law is alive and well, and those people up there truly believe that wearing a bikini out in public is an executionable offense. I don't even know how many people have been killed up there, but, you know, for the most part, we just let them do their thing. It's a little Muslim nation just up north. Little up there where Henry Ford has his museums. You know. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all that because that really does deserve its own video, and I may do that. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Let me know in the comment section. By the way, there'll be a link to Ziva's channel. Go sub to her. She's really, seriously, she's cool. She's good people. I hope she doesn't feel like this was an assault on her, because that was not the point. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. Literally ever since I put the first Crystal Blade shooting video up. You know. So that's that. That's that. Everybody take care. See ya.